Sadly, we lost the last stream because I shared the wrong VS Code. And so the entire time I was coding, saying like, oh, we're gonna put this function here, we're gonna put this module here, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. None of it was on screen, none of it was visible. So we've advanced quite a bit with our little booking system. We've done some code cleanup. We've got some nice structures here. The code is finally synchronous, which is kind of nice. It's a little bit nice here. So we're actually using async, awaits, etc. So that's pretty good here. And we are gonna go add a couple things here. So we're gonna get to this, the email. Let's do a bunch of other stuff. So maybe one of the first things we can do here is our add event method. Our add event method is actually going to take in a name and an email, and then we're going to send name, and we're going to send email. Then we're going to send, we're probably going to send the event type afterwards, but it's cool for now. So here we're going to say name and email, and you know what, we're actually going to send appointment type. Why not? Here is our appointment type, and we're also going to send our appointment type. And we're not doing new slot, we're actually going to say appointment type. My bad. This goes here, cool. Email is email, that's easy. Name is name. Everything's chill. Cool, so we send all of that. What are we gonna do? On the Ajax side, we're gonna add, another, we're gonna say if not is set, and we're just gonna clean it for now. And we're gonna say post name, echo, and name invalid. We're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna say same thing for email. We're gonna say email invalid, and what did we call our appointment type? This is our appointment type. Boom, appointment type invalid. Nice. So we're going to add some stuff here. We're going to add stuff here. We're going to say name. We're going to say email. We're going to say appointment type. Boom, boom. Email is email. Name is name. Nice and chill. We're actually doing everything correctly now, I hope. In a couple minutes, I'm gonna have to run to my kitchen and turn down the stove because I am making chicky. All right, now we're gonna do, we're gonna wrap this in shitty clean, shitty sanitize, because we want to emphasize that we're actually going to wrap everything in shitty sanitize. Why not? We're going to work on the PHP aspects of it later, because essentially you can have your backend be in whatever you want. I'm doing it in PHP because the place that I'm going to put this is we're going to stop our timer and we're going to BRB. All right, now we're B. we're not BRB anymore, we're B. So we're gonna say function should be sanitize, and we're gonna say item, it's gonna, whatever, and we're gonna return HTML special characters and strip tags of item. What are you upset about? How, in what possible scenario are you upset? Are we missing? So what if we just say item? I'm like really struggling here. What the hell? Have I forgotten? Oh, yeah, it's because I keep flipping between JavaScript. Oops. Alright, so here's our shitty sanitize. Let's try. We're gonna book 9 a.m. We're gonna try. It's gonna be like, hey, you need a name, you need an email, and we want to do an interview. So it's gonna say added, and for some reason 9 a.m. didn't disappear, even though it should have. So when we go to appointments, Shift F, boom. So I didn't like the fact that this didn't disappear. I don't know if you saw that. 9:30 a.m. should disappear now. Boom, and it didn't. Why is that? Why did it not disappear? So I actually even added some things here. So we even pushed this to appointments, which is a little strange. Okay, I think I know what's going on. Because I'm always saying like, yo, appointments is empty. But what I think I should say, because I think somewhere up here, when I do my, yeah, I'm gonna remove this. Hard refresh, cool. And so if I book 10 a.m., 10 a.m. is gonna be gone. Hard refresh, 10 a.m. is gone, nice. So we should only reset it if it's truly reset. Awesome. Now, we can add a couple things here. And yeah, so don't save. Nice. So we're gonna do a couple more things here. First things first is we wanna pull, we have some hard-coded stuff here. So let's see, when we load our application, we initialize the date picker, we do this, if date text, and then we do available date slots. So I think what we should do is right away, when we update our slots, I think we need to check for new configuration. It's been inefficient. We should probably just do this on load, but it is possible for the configuration to change. All right, we're gonna assume that the configuration doesn't change that often. So we're gonna do it only when we do this. And we're gonna say this.config, it's gonna equal to, yeah, so this.config, and we're gonna create a load config. Now load config, I would like for the code to wait here. So we're gonna say load config, we're gonna run an async on it. Async, this is gonna work. We're gonna say CS data, and we're gonna say loaded, and then we're gonna put something here called, CS updating slots. Because what I think I need to do, hello mystery viewer, welcome in. So what kind of post are we going to do here? Form data, we're not going to do that. We're going to actually steal this. We're going to say that the body is equal to type get config. Right, that's our configuration. And in our Ajax, pretty simple, we're going to say boom, and if it's, we're just going to echo JSON encode result success and data equals hello and world. And we're going to say get config. So if we're trying to JSON encode, yes sir. Cool, I need to get like the PHP extension for VS Code. It's pretty funny that I don't have it yet. So hard refresh, load config is not defined. So I think that when I call, because it's an async, so even look, for example, fetch appointments, we have to put in a wait, and we have to say a this dot. So first of all, we're going to say await this dot load config. We'll see. Hard refresh, updating slots, and CS data get config. What's going on here? So if type is get config, we echo out this JSON. That, my friends, well, I guess we don't want to break, we want to straight up exit. So it loaded only afterwards. So we want to now say that once it finishes loading, we're going to do everything else. Let's go, we're going to go new, how to make the rest of the code wait for this completion. Because if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty shit at, because we need to do something like this config.then, I think. Let's go, no, return new promise. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, it's then. This is the one we're doing. All right, we're yoinking this one. So probably a little ugly, but so am I. We'll say this dot config. I don't think we really give a shit. This dot load config. We're gonna CS config. Well, we're not gonna CS anything. And then we're gonna do this. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, first we're loaded, then we're doing everything else. Awesome. So in our config, what I want to do, we have some stuff here that we hard coded. Boom. With base config, we have, yeah, so we're going to bring back some stuff. We're going to bring back some stuff. I think I've deleted everything. Yeah, it's unfortunate. We're going to say config.json. We'll say daily. We'll say start. And we'll say 0500, and we say end. which is going to be 23. Cool. And no trading commas, please. Very cool. It's not going to shit the bed. Nice. So, yeah, we're going to do the same. We're going to steal all of this. Put this here. Success and data. And what we want to do here is we want to say data config.json. Success, and let's see our data. Here's our config. Sweet. So now we should have this.config set as load config, boom, and we say if we're going to say result, if result dot status equals success, we're going to say result, we're going to say this dot config equals result dot data. Very cool. And we are going to have a base config just in case, which is going to be the biggest possible. We're going to say this, we're going to have a const base config, and we're going to say this dot config equals base config. So we're going to do that just so we have some sort of default. But honestly, if the config fails, we should just fail. Nice. So something yeah, let's go to config and let's say that our availability, yeah, we're going to get rid of this. So we have base config. We're going to say const, we're going to say let date config equal to this dot config dot daily. We ignore this. Hard refresh. All right, we have our 5 a.m. We have blah blah blah. So let's go to config and let's say that I'm actually only available from 11. Hard refresh. We're only available from 11. Sweet. Now we're gonna say if the day is the weekend, if this dot config dot weekend end day dot is weekend, we're gonna say this dot config, or we're gonna say day config equals this dot config dot weekend. Let's try it. Day is the weekend, right? And now we're saying on the weekend, we're only available from 10 a.m. 10 a.m. baby, and I guess we're booked at, we have a 10 a.m. booking, that's probably why. Let's say 12, I'll leave from 12. Sick. Now we're gonna do Sunday. So like this. We're gonna say Sunday, we're only available from 12. So this should be 10, nice. Let me quickly say cs.day. And so Sunday capitals, nice, awesome. So lastly, we're going to say if this config dot day dot dove exists, then we're going to use it. And so now, okay, because it's a Sunday, because it's a special day, because Sunday is a special day, it's the church's chicken day, we're only available from 12. So this is here. So we'll say general availability, and I guess we'll say date-based, because date-based is going to be, oh, you have to go, BRB. The chicken was trying to escape. So we are gonna say, so we'll say config. We'll call this base config. No, you know what, we'll keep it as is. What we're gonna do is we're gonna say, because I do want to essentially have a custom day-based config, like special rules for the day. Yeah, we'll have special rules for the day. And I guess we'll put them here. We'll clean this up. We'll say custom. And custom is going to be an array. And inside of here, we're going to have 2024-04-21. And inside of here, we'll have special availability that says I'm only available from 3 p.m. until the end of the day. Now, lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to say if this dot config dot custom, and then here we say day dot day, then we say that the day config is all of this. Let's see, didn't work. Custom, this dot config dot custom, so that does exist. Ooh, and I guess, yeah, we can only have one per day, so there's no need for this to be an array, right? Because we can only have one custom day situation. Boom, and so now we're only available from this point on. So we'll probably need to create a service that cleans up. We'll need to create like a TTL for this because it won't make sense for this list to infinitely grow. Or maybe we split it into two lists. So at a certain point, I guess we're going to have, in our booking system for now, we'll say, we'll create an empty method called dispose custom config from past, and here it's configured delete custom day config after the date has passed. While we're here, we should also consider the fact that we'll need to dispose past bookings. And then here we'll delete bookings from the past. right? Because we also, what's the point of having this appointments thing? By the way, we're going to change this to bookings, bookings.json, and we're going to go over here, and because we did this once, we're going to say bookings. Let's see, where do we use appointment? So we're going to change this. We're going to say get bookings. We're going to say register bookings. The rest is just variables, right? When we go to our booking system, we're going to say get appointments, and we're going to change this to get bookings. We still have appointment type. We'll clean up legacy afterwards. Fetch appointments, we have boom. How do we update? Because don't I have a method here called register bookings? Register. We're going to say register booking. Doesn't make sense for this to be bookings. I'm going to say date, name, message, invalid. We're going to say booking type. We change this to booking type, booking type, booking type. Cool. This is going to be such a, I kind of regret this. Let's go back. No, shitty, yes. Yeah, let's redo all of this. All we're going to do is that. And then in our booking system, all of this should still work. We book this. So we're about to book 1 p.m. on the 21st. It's gone. Awesome. Okay. Everything still works. We're going to rename it to bookings later, but not for nowsies. Okay, sweet. I have an Amazon package coming soon, which I would love to know the status of. 1 second. I'm going to do a little quick thingy here off screen, because I'm very excited about this package. I'm just excited about Amazon packages in general. I think everybody is. It's like, as an adult, you just send yourself little Christmas gifts. All right, it's not here yet. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Okay, sweet. We have our booking system, blah, 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 blah. Something we're gonna do is I would now like to say, okay, so we have that. I think if we have an event, we want to not be able to book anything before or directly after it. We'll see, that's the whole padding logic. It's a bit of a B word to add. It's a bit of a B word to add. And if we did add it, we'd probably, I think we only care, so you know what I want to try to do? We'll try to do it via, yeah, we'll do it here. We'll try to do it here. We'll say if the time slot's available, cool. We're going to create, nice. We're going to create something like this. If time slot is available, you see this method. So this is where we get all of our stuff. No, sorry, that's wrong. Oh, here. When we go over all of our appointments or bookings, we see if the time overlaps with anything else. and. So what if here, so this is my event. And what if we say before and after all my events? Let's see, CS event.start. ¿Por qué? Oh, because we're inside of the we're too fancy here. I think we're being too fancy. And then we're going to say if, and I guess we'll say return, and then we'll return this whole thing. So that should still work the same way. Nice, that still works the same way. But here we can now say CS event.start, right? And now we have our 540, 500s, etc. Let me go to bookings quickly and kill all of them. In our calendar, we're not going to do anything custom. We're not going to do anything custom. Our calendar is just a bare bones calendar. What are you upset about? I guess you can't comment shit in a JSON. So you know what? This day, we're available the full day. There we go. No bookings, everything's custom. This shit works. Nice. No added, no anything. What do we want to do here? Sorry, I should also feed my cat in a second. I think I forgot to feed him this morning. I'm surprised he's not like just screaming, because he's usually... Okay, so we're gonna say 5:30 a.m. I'm booking 5:30 a.m. We're gonna do an interview. 5:30 didn't get deleted, which I don't like again. Let's do... I really didn't like that. I think I know why. Because it was an empty array, and so it returned that it failed. I think I know why. Okay, my cat's about to start complaining. So 3:30 is when this is. So what if I say, with our padding, we're gonna say let event start with padding equals event.start minus 30. And so now, yeah, there we go. Wait, I'm gonna feed you 1 second. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 I'm coming. Event start padding. So we know we have 5:30 a.m. booked. Now 5 a.m. Okay, coming. 5 a.m. is going to be booked as well. All right, be right back. Feeding my cat. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. It's full time. All right. Cat has been fed. His water's still good. All right, so now we have with our padding. That was actually phenomenally easy. And we'll say let event end with padding. We're going to do plus 30. And we're going to do end. And we'll say that I assume what's happening here is we need to put our beautiful parse int. Nice. And so we have 5:30 booked, which means we can't do anything on either side of it. What is a bit annoying to, well, I mean, not annoying, but what I'd love to be able to say is kind of like, why is it? I'd love to book something and be like, hey, you can't do it because there's padding, but in fact, I don't think we should say that. So we're gonna say this dot padding dot before, and then this dot padding dot after. Cool. Now we're gonna delete all of our bookings again. When we do our bookings, when we actually send our booking, we're gonna send, so send in fact, you know what's kind of cool is we probably don't even need to send any of this through here. We're gonna have like, so here's an availability config. We're gonna have an event config.json. And we're gonna have sort of like event, and it's gonna be, this one's gonna be called interview, and this is gonna have padding, right? Padding, and it's gonna have before of 30 and then after of 30. And I guess we should also have a default, which, so this is like our default event, and padding is going to be 0 for our default event. Cool. So we're going to actually, when we register our event, so we actually only need to do this, we're going to say, we only need to do this when we register an appointment or booking. We'll call this event config. And we'll say if not is event config, we're going to throw an error. We're going to say, why is there so much success? There's too much success in my opinion. We're going to message and we're going to say failed to load event details, because this shit's going to be important. And we're going to say slash data slash event config.json. So now we're going to say events config, and if events config is missing, we toss that out. And we're going to say event config equals events config of type event type, and I'm sorry, of type post event type. Now we're going to do something similar here, but we're going to say if not is an array event config no, because there's also a default. I don't think we give a shit about this. If not is, we're going to use event config equals events config default, and we don't exit. Cool. And so here we're actually going to say event config, and when we store it, we're going to say we're going to store padding, and we're going to store before padding is, we'll actually just say event config padding. Let's see, hard refresh, we're booking 5:30 a.m. This is my name, don't wear it out. Boom. Hard refresh. What happened here? Let's go to our bookings. Interesting. So we have padding dot before, padding dot after. So what broke here? So that worked, by the way, right? Which is kind of cool. That worked. We have our padding. So where do you break? You're breaking where? Padding dot before. Yeah, why am I saying this dot padding? What am I talking about? This dot padding. It's event dot padding and event dot padding. We're gonna make this guy reasonable size again. Hard refresh. No problem. So we're just going to say CS, whoa, not CSS, whoa. Alright, CS event. And when we go to our console, we've got our, ooh, this comes from time slot. Time slot doesn't. Time slot day. Ooh, this is gonna be a whole thing. Because we're not actually passing an event into this, right? Where are we checking? Appointments. Where am I looping over my appointments? Because the appointments should actually come from something feels a little silly because we should be looping over our appointments, right? Slot available, this dot appointments. And where do we set this dot appointments? Because I guess, oh yeah, we pushed here. I guess that's our mistake. So let's go to, where do we set our appointments? Submit booking, no, fetch appointments here. We're gonna say CS this dot appointments. Oh, and we're putting a time slot, that's why. So yeah, big refactor here, I guess, on the, do we store the, yeah, we do want to store the padding. But I guess we do want to pull the config. We set the default unless there's like a custom config. Yeah, so I think when we fetch our appointments into our time slot, we're going to say that time slot is also going to have a booking type. And we're going to say that booking type is booking type. Who would have guessed that booking type is booking type? Not me. I hear knocking. I wonder if that's a confused AWS delivery person. AWS, I'm so shell-shocked by Amazon that I forgot that not all of Amazon is AWS. No. So no package yet, but should be here within an hour. Sweet. Okay, so we have our booking type. When we go to this, we're actually going to pass in item dot, and I guess we'll go call it booking type right away. We'll call it booking type. No, we'll call it appointment type for now. Appointment type. We'll call this appointment type. It's going to remind us that at some point we need to change it to booking type. Cool. Bookings.json, don't save, go away. Hard refresh, we should now have our appointment type. Now, when we load our config, we also want to load a couple more things. So, when we load the config, we're going to load our config and we're going to load our get config, boom. So this is, we'll call this decoded, very cool. We're not going to call this decoded. If not is array, we're going to throw an exit here. We're going to say failed to load config details, and we are going to exit. Now we're actually going to load events config right away. So then we do events config, not is array, boom, and then we're going to say echo JSON encode status equals success, and then we're going to say data is equal to, and then we have another array, and we're going to have event config, which is equal to events config, and we're going to have availability config, which is equal to config or decoded. Ugly names, but oh well. So let's load this. This is gonna fucking scream at me. It's gonna go, oh shit, bro. Oh my god. How is this so ugly? What are you doing? Okay. Now, when we load our config, where do we go? Fetch appointments. We're gonna go here, load config, boom. We're gonna say this dot data dot availability config. So that's gonna work. And now we're gonna say this dot events config equals. We just decided to do this, and we're gonna change this to events config. Nice. Now I'm sure that, yeah. So now we're here. Let's go back to console. So now the place we're having our error, it's like, yo, what are you talking about before and after? CS event. That's my event, right? And it is a time slot, and it's got an appointment type. So we'll say let padding equals event dot appointment type, and we're gonna say this dot events config. I guess we say dot padding. CS padding. Will that work? Promise. So let's look at our events config. Cool. Yeah, we want to put event dot appointment type here. Boom. We're going to say dot padding. Cool. And then we're going to say, so by default, we're going to say if this is present, we'll do this, otherwise get rid of this let, and we'll do default. This is a little ugly. We'll actually say this.default padding, and when we do our padding, we're going to say this dot default padding equals there. So now we're almost done. We have our padding, and we don't want to do event padding. We want to just do padding. Oh yes. All right. We're going to kill all of this. Hard refresh. Nice. We're booking 5:30 a.m., which means because there's a default padding of 30 minutes, both this slot and this slot and this slot are all going to be missing. So my first available slot after doing this is going to be 6:30. We book. We run this. For some reason, this shut the bed. 6:30. Sweet. Don't like that that doesn't refresh. We're going to go 7 a.m. again. We're going to book a 7 a.m. Boom, didn't refresh again. I don't like that. It's not doing it anymore. This dot appointments dot push new slot. Yeah, we're actually gonna add this. Am I pushing it everywhere? Where am I calling time slot? Am I ever not pushing appointment type? Ooh. I guess we're just gonna say default. Didn't think of that. Hard refresh, book 8:30 a.m. Boom. Okay, so that works now. Yeah, that was the issue. Delete all my bookings. Let's try again. Hard refresh. We're booking 5:30 a.m. Everything should be missing. 6:30 should be the first slot. 6:30 is the first slot. Let's go. All right. Now, we don't want to display. First of all, jQuery UI calendar prevent dates in past. Disable past dates. Change of month, number, min date date today. So let's try. Where's our booking system? Where's our jQuery UI? jQuery UI. I'm blanking. My friends. Date picker. It goes into the general configuration. Min date is today. Hard refresh. Probably upset with this trailing comma. Hard refresh. Whoa! Date today. I guess we'll just say new date. It's a new day. It's a new time. Okay, so we've disabled previous days. Nice. What do we want to do? We also want to make sure that we can't book anything that is today, or like before the availability today. So what we want to do is, I'm going to use the restroom quickly, BRB. All right, we are back. So maybe one more quick addition here, which is I don't want anything that is like now, but we're also going to add like 6 hours or something. So when we do our general load booking, fetch appointments, here, slots available, no. Display available slots here. While current time equals start. So we think maybe the easiest thing to do here is we're going to say if day equals day dot day equals new date. This is ugly, but new day dot day yes. Very ugly, but okay, cool. If this is the case, we're gonna say the current time is so we're gonna say it like this. We're gonna say let current date equals new date. And then what we want to do here, what am I doing inside of day file and all of this? Date JavaScript. Well, you know what? I think it's a bit dumb. Let's go like this. We're going to say like current date equals this. We're going to say here, and we're going to say CS home and only hard refresh. Nice. We are going to do our split. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling pretty dumb. Current date, we're gonna say current date time is current date time. Let's say current, and we'll say let current day. So it's a little ugly, but we'll fix this. Current date, and we'll say let current time. We're actually going to ask for 1. So we're going to say, please give me current date and current time. Cool. Why does that, okay. JavaScript convert current time of day to minutes within day. Minutes in the day. Because again, I hate working with JavaScript dates. Let's go. Come on, 12 minutes since midnight. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There we go. Okay, sick. We're doing this. Let's go like this. We're gonna do let current date, let current day equals, and we're gonna plug this shit in. No, that's dumb. What did we, yeah, let's paste this in. We're not going to return. We don't need to do any of this. We don't need to do this. I'm going to say current time equals that. So now it is 3 p.m. right now, so 15 should be the first available one, or 15:30. Hard refresh. What we want to do, we want to round plus minutes. Do we want to do this? So we either, if we don't do this, that does that, but we're going to say plus 30, because that means we can't book the next 30 minutes. Oh, you know what? We're going to say plus duration. Yeah, buddy. So the first thing you could do, oh yeah, we're going to have this. Yeah, it's going to be sick. So you can't book here. If you do an hour, you can't book this. But guess what? This thing is actually going to come from, there's going to be a config parameter called something like, we're going to call it something like this dot earliest, no, like this dot, I don't know what to call this, hour padding, no, call this do not book next n hours, and we're going to say 6, or just 1. We'll rename that afterwards, but in where we just did all of this, there. So check this out. So, and it's this dot. And if there's no, boom, so you can't book for 1 hour. If you try to, and I'm going to set this to 12, set this to 1 again. What I'm curious about is, oh, this is going to be 1 times 60. There, you can't book for 1 hour from now, but we're going to say 12, and there's not going to be any time slots available today. So you will have to go to the next day, nice, and you can book from whatever. But you can't book 24 hours, which means you can't book till 3 p.m. tomorrow. We go to the 22nd, can't book. That's wrong. It's displaying, oh. It's only if the date we don't need minutes, and we're going to say CS yes. Hard refresh, we have a yes here. We're going to go to the 22nd, no more yes. But this guy didn't reset. What we need to do, error notification needs to get reset every single time. We're going to say right as we load, you are going to, here, hard refresh, nothing today. Go to tomorrow there, but what happened to 24 hours? Right now, 23, all good here, 22, nice. So what's going on here? Ooh, I know what's going on. Because I'm only saying that this shit happens. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it just for the current day. I don't want surprises where somebody midday books something strange for me. So we'll put this to like 3 hours. This is definitely a bug. So bug here at 24 hours, for example. A bug here since hours need to I guess what we want to do is we want to like build a date from the time slot and then determine how close that date is to, I'm too lazy to do this. Okay, let's change this. Let's say query. It's okay, relax. Yeah, I don't think I feel like doing this right now. Query, please no yelling. Yeah, I think I need to go play with my cat a little bit. All right, good progress. Can't book till here. We've done this. We've done some code cleanup. We have our bookings. We have our configs. Okay, just chill. We've added padding, which is good as well. I think next what we're going to do is we're actually going to bug here for next days. Like that. Next thing I want to do is probably sort of split some of this logic out so that there's the booking engine in terms of what the front end can do, but also maybe we'll turn it into a bit of an API layer where the service will just ask like, can I book, can I not book, then I'll send it to the back end. The reason I want to do this is I'd love to create another system that we're going to call maybe the scheduler so that I can actually just automatically schedule things for myself. Yeah, so I can automatically schedule things for myself, like if I have fitness or if I have whatever, which I know I'm going to have at a specific time, I still want to have my availability open, but I'll just book those slots with myself. So thank you for watching. We're making progress. I'm going to go play with my cat. Bye.